So parental dynamics, it's important to bring this up. Parents are lovely people. No one is going to love their children as much as parents. And so often parents want to be involved, they want to be helpful, but it actually kind of gets in the way of the neurofeedback. In fact, I, as a practitioner, can get in the way of the neurofeedback. For years, we kind of knew, well, we thought that we could say something like, hey, good job, oh, you're doing well. Yeah, that's okay, maybe the first 3 sessions. Turns out we found out that the person started to do something called efforting. The more they tried, they actually didn't get the quality of neurofeedback they would have gotten if they just sat there and stared at the screen. It's a real strange phenomena. Trying gets in the way. It's a function of the mind. This is the brain training. So think of the cat studies they did with Dr. Barry Sturman, that the cats didn't try to participate, they didn't try to cooperate. But we did notice that they ran down the hall to get in they really tried to get in to the lab, and the guy came to do the experiment. The cats were happy. So they could tell that I think these cats are happy doing this. Eventually, most children do find it very interesting, even though it's taxing. They kind of like to come. So what I do is I let parents, I kind of help them get disengaged. They sit and read a book, relax. They get to watch everything. I think it's fun and interesting, but I just take over and guide them through the whole process. The other thing is kids will do things for me. You know, like I say, okay, sit still, try to be sitting still. We don't have the parental dynamics, so they won't sit still. Or I can put pasty things on their ears where they're just really polite, and we have pretty good experience with that. So yeah, parents get a break from all that. Because let's talk about the dark side. The dark side is that little Tommy is crying, I don't want to do this, and the mom's saying, you better do this, we're paying $130 for this, and they're crying, okay, come sit for the nice man and do it. It just doesn't work. Better to be very neutral about it. Think about it as like you go to the dentist, or you just get in the car seat, you just have to sit there and have to be still, you have to have a seat belt, it's just that simple, and you do. By the way, it's better than going to the dentist, and it's better than a lot of things. Once Tommy connects the dots that he feels better, he's not in trouble half the time, he's just very happy. People then kind of want to do this. I have people who are sick and they want to come do this. I don't want to miss the session. No, it's okay, because they've had enough training that you can go a week, or they're coming twice a week. They just feel better doing this. I have to say, I've been in practice 30 years. I have not seen, and people liked me as a therapist, I think. I've not seen people so happy with neurofeedback as I've seen from the last 8 years of doing this. And so there's something rewarding about that. I have seen people, well, I should say that for another video clip to talk about the various things we treat. But yeah, parental dynamics, I think it's also important just to add this, is that if you have a home reward system, that would be helpful. So maybe he earns $1 after each session. I wouldn't make it too big, and I wouldn't make it too small. I will say that the parents who've done neurofeedback themselves really get it, that yeah, there's a taxing of the brain involved. It's not terrible, it's just you feel like you want to fall asleep a bit. But that usually goes away after 3 or 4 sessions. And then the other kinds of neurofeedback is pretty relaxing. It's more like a spa. And that's just, people come in and they're happy to get away from the traffic and the pressures of life just to do that. That's kind of rewarding in and of itself.